Don't know why our mics were muted. That's sad. But hello and welcome to today's episode of TSARP. I'm your host, Andrew Weir, and today our co-hosts are Sam and Steven.
Hi, guys.
I'm here as well, I think, maybe.
You think? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you're on a different time continuum. It's good, because when our mics were muted, I did the intro wrong, so, you know. But you'll never know. You'll never know. It could be a conspiracy theory. Today, we got a lot of topics to talk about. Maybe a new Nintendo Switch. We got some Game Jam theme ideas. And to end it off, of course, the hackathons. You can't have an episode without mentioning them, you know. It's then it's not a real TSARP episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What about yesterday?
Yesterday we mentioned them. We didn't say anything really too much about them, but we mentioned them.
Okay.
What should we talk about first? I guess we'll go into the Game Jam themes. So yesterday I mentioned that Dev put a new thread on dark mode where you can put your Game Jam theme ideas, and so far technically there's only one. Jinx had a submission, but kind of sounds a little like AI, gotta admit. I think he used ChatGPT, though I mean his new username is Jinx Prompt Engineer, so I mean I guess it's in his job title. He's had that for a little while though, right? Like a few months now. I think ever since like ChatGPT really came out and was popular. But yeah, so his response was, certainly, here are some creative ideas for a programming Game Jam theme. 1. Algorithmic art. Participants must create a game that generates stunning visual art using procedural algorithms. Think of it as a mix between coding and creating digital art. So yeah, sounds a little AI-ish, especially with the certainly. A lot of the responses I get from ChatGPT start with that, so I don't know. Maybe it's Jinx AI.
I think it's perfectly human, actually.
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Wow.
Perfectly, no problems.
It's more human than me.
And then HS gave a... Well, I mean, that was a real submission, gotta admit. But HS gave another one saying sports. More specifically, people have to make a game based off of sports or martial arts. And I think that's actually really cool. We did not do any themes on the Game Jam, so it would be interesting to try to test that out, you know, see if people would like that. We did, for those that don't know, we ran the Game Jams over the summer. We created the themes, the badges, and ran the live streams. If you guys would like to check those out, those are always kept on our YouTube channel and technically on our podcast platforms, though I only put the good ones up there. So if you only want to listen to the good ones, you can check them out there. Not that they were all good, you know. But the themes we did Time Loop, Hidden Treasure, Assembly Required, Take Shelter, Gold Rush, Nature's Gifts, Superconductive, Volcanic Eruption, and Below Zero. So those were all the themes, and we, you know, by the end, you know, you kind of go on the same pattern every time. Never really go with like a new, you know, kind of always on the same idea. So it's great to get ideas from other people. And that was a good one. I really like sports. First person would be cool.
Yeah.
Interesting Terrestrial just put one up. That would be cool. First person. A lot of interpretation there, like a lot of different interpretations you can do, and that is a big thing in game jams. Like making it so people could do a lot of different things. So I like that one too. So all great ideas. Excited to kind of see some more come in, and definitely a great idea to have that suggestions. I like it. Also, a few, what was that, like half an hour ago, Dev posted a paragraph all about really the reason they run game jams and hackathons and social competitions, and it's really like, I love when Dev posts stuff like this and gives his perspective on all these different things, and yeah, I mean, that's really, like, all of it's really interesting. I'll let you guys read a long paragraph. No, well, not that long. But yeah, so really interesting. Kind of basically as a brief overview, Dev was talking about how, like, before, if you wanted to get into the computer science space, you would go from, like, high school to college, get a degree, and then get a job. But now with, like, Kidoyo and all these other programs and owning your own skills and at your own pace, students have been able to go from high school straight to getting a job and earning tons of money without ever having to go to college. So really interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and kind of throwing in AI there. and how it's like kind of changing learning. So I recommend reading it. It's on screen right now. You can read it. But yeah, so very interesting. And I mean, like I said yesterday, like I said the day before that, and we were even talking it before summer. But you know, AI and Kidoyo is trying to implement it, so I can't wait to see how they do that. Now,
Yeah.
Steven, you reported not really a bug, but kind of, you know, like I guess you could call it a bug, but just something you saw on Kidoyo that could have been a little fixed up. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so there's this project I have that I've been using to work with Mr. Ferrara on some badges, and I realized that I looked in private projects and it said it was privated. So I was wondering, can people actually see it? Turns out, yes, but it's not discoverable on the Explore page, which, if you looked before, the text didn't say that clearly, and it actually Dev, I told Dev about it and I asked him if people can see my project. And he's like, yeah, they can. Except since you uploaded it, they can't see it on the Explore page. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And, you know, he just said I should probably make that clearer, and which he did do that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've read that text before, and it was a little confusing. It says not discoverable, so you're thinking like, oh, so people can't find it, people can't see it, but it actually just means people can see it if you send them the link. It just doesn't end up on the Explore page, and that's really kind of like a defense mechanism trying to stop people from putting re-uploaded projects on there from scratch, or other people's projects. It tries to prevent against that, which is a recent feature, and it's definitely a good feature. But it's definitely good because now the text is updated so you understand it better. And that was cool. And Steven, you actually already have the bug finder badge, but I wonder if you would have gotten it if you didn't already have it for that. So if you guys didn't know, if there's a bug that you find that you know, you tell them about and they fix, normally you'll get or sometimes it's not like there's no actual requirements for it. It's just sometimes you'll get it, but I think it's the bug finder. Is that literally what it's called? Yeah. So it's a very exclusive badge. Dev, if you're listening, I almost said this a long time ago, but if you guys knew the amount of bugs I found, not that like Kidoyo's written with them, but like, you know, I try to help out Kidoyo whenever I can, and I found some, not a lot, like a couple, you know, like 2 or 3, and I've never gotten this badge, and I almost said to Dev like, hey, you think I can have it? But I just decided not to because it's not a big thing. But if you're listening, I don't have it, and I've found bugs. But yeah, Steven has it. So if you guys ever want the badge, go bug finding. I think like other like large companies like Google and Amazon and all these big companies, they have something called a bug bounty, and it's basically like where if you find a bug, they'll give you like money for it, like if it's true, and if like you tell them about it and they fix it and it's like was a big bug, they'll pay you for it, they'll give you stuff. So this is kind of like their mini bug bounty. You get this badge if you find bugs.
Cool.
No money though.
Get money.
Maybe mentor tokens. Maybe that could be it. But yeah, I got enough. I don't need any more. But yeah, so that's kind of like their bug bounty program. And yeah, so that's cool. So, I don't know, what do we want to do next? Oh, I'll end off the episode with the Code Conquest news. Not that it's even really a lot. But new Nintendo Switch leaks have come out. Small leaks. I think, like, the news was they revealed it at, like, some conference that it could be coming soon. Of course, they released the Nintendo Switch, back in, like, 2019? No, earlier than that, like, 2017, 2018. Maybe you can fact-check that. But then they came out with the Switch Lite, which basically isn't a Switch because it doesn't switch. It's just a handheld. But now they might... Oh, and then after that, they came out with the Switch OLED, which was like a better display, I think maybe even a little faster. And now it's rumored to be that they're coming out with a Switch 2. If you don't know what we're talking about, Nintendo Switch is a gaming console released by Nintendo. They've made a few different versions, and they might be coming out with another one, so that would be cool. I have the original Nintendo Switch, not the Lite, not the OLED, never
I do
upgraded.
too.
And Sam, don't you have have a light, I think.
Yeah, I have a light, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so we all have them. It was very popular when they first came out, and with the different versions. So maybe, maybe another one will be coming soon. We'll keep you guys updated, if there's any more news on that, and tell you if it actually does get released, because it might, and that would be pretty cool. All right, shall I move on to the the final topic of today? Kind of just to keep up viewer retention, keeping it till the end. But we do have some rumors, kind of not even rumors, but like news that's being worked on. So if you guys don't know, normally the well, I'll give a brief overview. So the Kidoyo Code Conquest is a hackathon that Kidoyo runs. Oh wait, I have it up over here. There's 4 different divisions: Junior, MS, UE, and HS, and they all happen sometime from like spring to summertime. And there's they kind of give you some information throughout the year, and from the interviews we've done with Mentor Melora, I think maybe even Mentor Trish, Mentor Dev, or Dev, I don't know. I mean, the interviews sometimes mix, but in one of them, or maybe a few of them, they mentioned that they normally start working on the themes in September. So we know that they're working on them. We know they're creating them. We don't know if any are finalized yet or anything like that. But we do know from Twitter, and I think really only Twitter, that Dev did say for teachers that they got some news on them. Now, it is locked away in the teacher community that we do not have access to. So, yeah. So, I mean, really, we don't have access to all the information like teachers do. Hopefully, at some point, they'll release it to the students. We don't have dates for them either. They just said stay tuned. I expect that we'll get them within the coming month or a few months, because I don't know, when did they? I mean, the first one's March 31st, so I expect probably by 2024, the end of this year, we'll get those dates. But it is exciting. Like, I mean, the hackathons are always really exciting. For Hopog students, the Code Clash has been rumored to be happening again. Actually, not rumored. It's pretty confirmed that it's happening again. Not a lot of planning there. We'll keep you guys up to date with that. But the Code Clash, for people that don't know, is a Hopog-only competition. Hopog middle school-only competition, where there's last year there was 40 participants all in a hackathon event. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. Of course, hackathon season, we at Hopog say it starts February 1st. The first hackathon normally happens very late March 31st. The year before that, it was March 11th, March 12th. Yeah, so like middle March. Yeah, not really even late March. Yeah, middle March. So normally that's when like the season, like the first hackathon starts, but you got to remember we're practicing before that. We're getting, and in anticipation for the themes, the hackathon feel is in the air for a while before that. So we're just keeping you guys updated on all the information we get. So yeah, so that's exciting. Sam and Steven, do you guys have anything to add?
Not really.
I do. So Z-Man sent a game, but it wasn't sending in YouTube, so I sent it to you in Discord.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, so that was the other thing. Almost forgot about that. Thank you, Sam. But we are doing a news segment. The news segment, not a news segment. I think I've made that joke before. The news segment is that we are going to be reviewing games, or just playing games, really, at the end of the episodes. I guess, oh, yeah, I think we blocked links in the chat a long time ago. This wasn't recently, so I'll fix that. Normally, you guys will be able to send them in there. Tell us if there's ever any issues with anything, with the live stream. And you guys are normally good with that, so we know if there's any problems. But yeah, so if you guys send links to projects in the chat, we will play them, and we'll probably, I mean, it might be good. Like, if we run overtime, which we probably won't, we'll play them the next day. But let's see. So here's a game from Z-Man. He's on Code LI. Interesting Terrestrial, I believe, on Code LI. But here we go. So it's a plant cell. Let's see. I am the cytoplasm. I am the chloroplast. I am I took bio last year, guys. If I can't
I love this game.
pronounce the things, I am the mitochondria. I almost made a project like this. Steven and I did, because we had a bio
I
project.
think Sam made a project about the leaf cell.
Did you?
I started to. I don't know if I finished it.
Yeah, last year we all took bio, and there was a project where you made a diagram, and we asked our teacher, like, could we do it in Hatch? And obviously, he wasn't a coding teacher, so he didn't really know, like, how much we could do it. But it was a bonus. It was like extra credit assignment, so like if it didn't count, it didn't really matter. So we thought about doing it. I almost did it, but I kind of got sidetracked with like other things, like TSARP. You know, I always put you guys first. Well, sometimes schoolwork comes first. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I almost did this project, but Z-Man did it, and it looks pretty cool. I'm
and Andrew.
factual. Yeah.
He just said to click them in chat.
Oh, click them. Okay, not just hover over. My purpose is to handle waste products, and by handle, I mean take in waste products and also get rid of waste products. Okay, this is cool. You know, educational project. Those are always good to work on for hackathon practice, because in the hackathons, really last year, they did a lot of like history and stuff like that. So like a lot of like knowledge comes into place. But even this year, like you have to research the theme. In the hackathons, they did. This year they did steampunk, which you had to research the whole steampunk idea. Life on a chip, all about computer chips and stuff like that. Ring of Fire, kind of about you know, the history there, you know, kind of the lore. Of course, element conquest, about the elements. So all these you have to do research. So it's good to work on projects like those to practice kind of implementing knowledge and research into your games. That's always cool. So I assume Z-Man worked on that for a school project, or maybe even like a studying tool. You know, that's like maybe use Hatch as a studying tool. Make a diagram, you know, in Hatch, even if it's not for credit.
Yeah.
You know, study. So, I think that's the only game, right? I didn't miss any.
I don't see any others.
Yeah, so if you guys, by the way, we do these live, that's how we got these games. I didn't remember to say that at the beginning of the episode. So if you're listening on Spotify, that means you missed it live, but we do them every day, 4:30 Eastern. I have to say Eastern, because like apparently like 40% of our viewers are not from America, which is actually very interesting. Maybe we should do a whole segment tomorrow on like going over our analytics and like, hey, a lot of you are from Ireland, which I believe off the top of my head is like 13%, which is very strange because like we're talking about Kidoyo, which is actually only New York. But yeah, so anyway, 4:30 Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time, I believe, technically right now. So yeah, so you guys can always check it out. It's always on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@TSARP/ something like that. And yeah, you can check it out live, but if you miss it, they're all on YouTube, recorded from the live version and put up there, and same as Spotify. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you. Oh, yep, Sam.
Are we limiting one project per person or no?
No. No, not specifically. Did you send another?
Man sent another.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, if there's a lot in a day, right? If there's like it's overflowing, which I mean is kind of the hope. You know, that means that people are really interacting. But if there's not, we can always do multiple. But here we go. This is another Z-Man project. Ghost. Oh, is there supposed to be sound or no? Oh no, it's changing color. Okay. I get it. So it's kind of like a monster mix and match, but not at the same time. Okay, that's cool. Cool project. Changing colors. Fisheye. Oh, okay. Now, no, I couldn't even tell that's an Oyo bot anymore. Well, maybe did a little too much of that. Whirl. Oh, that's cool.
Bot's gone.
It's a portal. It's a time loop. Army. Oh, that creates multiple. That's cool. I haven't seen that before. How did he... What is that? Is that just a GIF? Or is it like a... Is it cloning? It couldn't be. That's too many clones.
You're saying army?
Yeah, it's army.
That is... What's the block called.
Oh, it is a blog. Okay.
Yeah, it is a blog.
I didn't know. I don't spend a lot of time on Hatch. We've explained this before. Yeah.
That one is called Mosaic. That's the one.
Okay. Well, cool project. Oh, yeah, so the bottom ones do the same, I think. Oh,
They do the
no, they
opposite.
do the opposite. Okay, that is cool. Color. And what does stop do? Just stops it. Oh, it's a reset, I think. Anyway, that's really cool. Cool project. Again, tomorrow, you guys can put as many projects in, or, well, projects. We might not be able to get to all of them. But, yeah, so you guys can submit multiple if we have time for it. But thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow, 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.